All right. Let's see. He's testing it. There's spores coming out. Okay, so the spores have been released. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to the yellow generation of my Not So Berry challenge. So Marigold and Jeb have bought the kids bikes, and the kids have gone out for a ride. Now, Ash needed to come back here to get one more piece of evidence, and he's brought his siblings with him. I think he probably would have preferred not to bring Thorn, but here we are. Thorn is like, whoa, bro, you're like way more hardcore than I thought you were. I thought about getting bikes for Jeb and Marigold as well, but bikes are actually super annoying. Oh, we got the final piece. They're like, woo, we could bike through this government facility. I love how they're on top of one another. I think Thorn's the kind of kid who'd be like, you mean this is an abandoned facility and I can throw rocks through windows and break glass and that kind of thing? Not because he's violent, but because he would want to see what happened. You know what I mean? We can just do this, right? This can be used to obtain a key card for the secret lab. Check the curio shop owner's secret inventory or ask scientists or military personnel around town. They're going to ride to the curio shop. So it is actually the weekend. It's Saturday afternoon. And I figured it was a good time to get Ash to the next stage of the aspiration. I'm sure they'll arrive at some point. Thorn would be keen to help. And I think being treated like he's a bit more grown up by the twins, that would be really valuable to him because he's used to kind of being a bit left out by them. So I think he's probably like sworn to secrecy to not tell anybody. All right. So apparently Ash needs to ask about a key card. So this person kind of put him on the trail of the lab in the first place. This is the not Erwin that we have. He's like, hey, so key card, right? And they're saying, I think I will sell this to you if you can prove you are committed. Prove that I'm committed? Boy, I could do that. Buy key card and give dossier. Ashbury just obtained the key card. It should grant access to any door in the secret lab. So Thorn's gone for a bit of a ride around. He's like on watch. They're like, keep an eye out. You know, make sure that mum or dad don't drive past or whatever. So he's like super vigilantly keeping an eye out. I wouldn't call it hazing the younger sibling, but there's a little bit of that kind of energy. So he's got his key card. It's time for us to ruin Strangerville's day by going and opening the door to the lab. Of course, this is the door in question. It's got lots of warnings above it. Do not enter, restricted access, hazmat suits must be worn, that kind of thing. The kids are like, hazmat suits, whatever. Oh wait, Marigold's calling? Hi mom. What are you doing? Nothing? Nothing? We've been thinking about trying for baby. Absolutely not. In what universe would Marigold ask Ash or any of the kids? Wow. Use the key card. Thorn, are you coming? All right. Let's see. He's testing it. There's spores coming out. And he's feeling a bit dizzy. Are they all going to black out? Is he going to black out? I can't remember. I remember there's blacking out. Okay, so the spores have been released. He's going downstairs all on his own. I'll just say go here together because I think the others would come. So he's looking down this corridor. I think these kids are smart enough to know not to go in there. Ash is going to be like, no, that doesn't... There was a thing about hazmat suits. That doesn't look super safe. Thorn's probably trying to talk himself up like, oh, I'll go. And I don't think they'd let him. So I'm going to get them to come down here. I just have to remember to grab Ash's bike all the way out. Now, he's actually up to collect 15 spore clusters, assemble the hazmat suit, travel to the deepest part of the secret lab. So he needs to find an infection scanner by questioning military personnel at the local bar. So that's fun. But he can't do that now. So I think they're just kind of exploring. Maybe take some photos of these. Ash, can I just get you with your phone camera to take a photo? He's not a very good photographer, so I'm gonna because I'd like him to have some photos he can put on the wall. Oh, that's right. No zoom. I expect Ash would be super into all the scientific equipment and stuff. He'd be like, wow, this is amazing. Now, is Thorn... Okay, he went upstairs. That's fine. Because I just told him to go to the bathroom. I didn't look at where the bathroom was. I'm like, is he going to go through that area? But no. So he's probably fangirling about all this equipment. Deeply suspicious. Well, that's the thing that happened when he went to the bathroom. I hate it when that happens. He's going to be like, Ash. Yeah. Toilet tentacles. It's a vibe. So Ash needs to go and talk to some military personnel. I don't know how he's going to go with that because it involves going to the local bar and he'd be 15 maybe? The bloom begins. Leaving the secret lab, you can't help but notice the sky has shifted to an eerie colour. Something has changed in Strangerville, and not for the better. Opening that lab door must have released some kind of toxin into the air. You will need to find a way to protect yourself from the toxic spores in the secret lab. Try talking to people around town to see if they know of anything that might help. So they're like, oh, did we do that? That's not cool. But Thorn's really tired. He was up all night. Marigold is like, she has everything she needs now. I'm hoping 1 or 2 days of work and she'll actually get that final promotion. These guys have been kind of inside all day. They might have noticed the pink spores in the air and been like, well, that's a bit weird. Oh, by the way, did I show you guys his bedroom makeover? I've teamed up his room. So a lot of the stuff is the same, like this box here is the same. And he's got the same bedside table. The bedding has changed, like I changed the bed. He's got a little TV now because, you know, teenager. Which none of the other kids have TVs, but they're not super interested. They've got like sporting stuff on the walls. And all of the kids' toys I've kind of just piled in the corner, as well as a traffic cone. Because, you know, he's not a bad kid, he's just a little bit naughty. Like I said, the parents probably haven't noticed much of anything, which I know sounds a little bit improbable. Like, they might have noticed the spores and been like, hey, the pollen's a bit strong today, huh? It is actually spring, so the pollen being strong, you know, they've not lived in Strangerville before. Maybe this is normal, who knows? But I think Ash knows, and he's a bit worried. He's like, oh no, what have we done? Like, there was that big puff of spores that came out when I opened the door, and he's maybe feeling a little bit guilty. I think that could spur him to attempt to get the scanny, what's it? So here is the evidence he has collected with his phone. So obviously a couple of those photos weren't super up to par, but they made me laugh. If I'd had one with a thumbprint of the barrels, I would have done that. But both of the photos of the barrels were of gnomes. I don't know if Luna would be happy to let him go on his own. I think they'd want to come too. Is the dog okay? Oh, he's playing with a toy. I heard yelping. So Marigold's going upstairs, and I think these two are gonna sneak out. I'm so tired of the bikes already. I'm not going to put them back in their inventory. Let's just imagine. Also, plants gone and got big. So that's a thing. So this is a replacement for the 8 Bells or whatever it's called, bar that comes with Strangerville. This one obviously is way cooler. Way cooler. These two, they're sneaking out at midnight on a Saturday night to a bar, but I also don't think they'd like be drinking or anything. Actually, is there anywhere that Luna can do singing? Like, do they have a karaoke machine or anything? Oh, it's got a gym up the top. I actually need to work out at a gym venue. This is technically not a gym venue, but what I'm going to say is it counts. So Luna's going to come up here and do an energize workout, and I'm going to cheat that off because this is obviously intended as a multi-purpose lot, and that actually makes sense to me. I mean, I'd rather they were working on their singing skill because they actually need that, but we also need to work out at a gym venue. So Ash needs to schmooze with some military people. It is singles night, which is a little awkward because he is a teen. Ooh, who's that? Do I know you? Zion Hitchcock. All right, let's come up and meet Zion. Do a friendly introduction. Talk about how you've just moved to Strangerville. Ask questions about the high pollen count. Not in the lab. Oh, he's got the little eye things. Oh, that didn't go well. He thinks Zion is immature and Zion thinks he's pretentious. I mean, we can't all be cool enough and have, like, eye gems. Move along, citizen. I need to use my infection scanner to find spore clusters so we can analyze them at the lab. Come over here. I just got this infection scanner. It's really cool. That's classified information. Luna's getting mentored by Jade Novak over here. Probably trying to convince Luna that they could join the military. It's like, you know, you're in really good fitness. You know, are you an athlete? One of the reasons they left Thorn behind is because Thorn looks younger. We'll pretend Thorn looks younger. Thorn does not look younger because it's The Sims. But these guys probably look like they could be 18. Oh, you don't like the decor? I don't know what to tell you, pal. Hopefully, this game does not go very badly and ruin the potential friendship they could have. They could be BFFs, these two. I know there's a few ways to get the infection scanner. I know you can flirt your way. Like, if you get your romance up high enough, they'll give it to you. You can basically sweet talk them. I'm not doing that. I could, because I have teen romance enabled because of Phoenix's generation, but I am not going to. Hang on, he's an actual adult. So adult to teen is, young adult to teen is bad. Adult to teen is bleh. Plus, I just don't think Ash could, I don't think he could pull it off. He's really struggling. Like, if you look, not only is he tired, he's also tense because he's a loner. I have a mod. It's the Try to Make Friends mod by Carl, as in the Carl who runs the Carl Sims 4 page. I've mentioned it before. I'm just mentioning it now. This is what I'm using. I could sit here and click and choose a million social options, and then the game will cancel them anyway. We all know it will. This, you just queue one, and then it chooses from like the most common interactions. Unfortunately, he's still not doing very well, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Bribe for scanner. I don't think he'd have that kind of money is the problem. Can I impress him for the scanner? I don't think I can do this with Luna. It's a shame, because if I could, Luna has the physical skill to impress the military man, I think. Are you impressed? Look at me. Be impressed. Look at me. I'm doing push-ups. I could join the military. What level fitness? Oh, he's almost level 4. I wonder what it requires. It's a shame I can't use my fitness 10 sim, but I think that I'd have to put Luna on the aspiration to actually get these interactions. I think it's a side effect of the aspiration. Fitness level 4, come on, look at those muscles. He swims in the pool sometimes, not like every day. Look at how much he works out. You've got to be joking. You think that's impressive. You're going to have to get stronger if you're going to impress me. Well, I'm going to take my Sims home anyway, because it is like almost 4 in the morning, and they would want to be home before the sun came up. I guess that's going to be Ash's project for the rest of the weekend. He's trying to like come up with a way to impress this guy. So it's the next morning, and we've just had our first vine incursion in the house. Obviously, these guys don't know what's caused it. I think the kids would have a pretty good idea. What's going on here? These plants are getting out of control. What I'm thinking I'm going to do today, because it is a Sunday, Marigold can mentor, and she has fitness level 10. So I think Ash is going to approach his mum and say, I want to get fit. Can you help me? I'm sick of not being able to keep up with Luna. Like, probably pitch it in that kind of a way, or like, I'm the nerdy kid and the jocks at school are picking on me, and I want to be able to prove that I'm, I can keep up with them and stuff. So I think that's going to be how he's going to pitch it. So he's like talking about the plants that just popped up, and Thorn's probably looking a little bit guilty, but I think Jeb's kind of caught up in love for his wife and maybe hasn't picked up on that vibe. So Kiara's come over for the Sunday. He's showing off, but she hasn't actually come out. He's supposed to be showing off for her. She's somewhere, I'm sure. But his fun need was low, and I thought playing around in the pool might be a good idea. Luna's in here practicing, and the dog's listening. There's something about this dog and music. I figured this was a good opportunity, while it's quiet. Poor Luna didn't sleep. They just napped, so they're very tired. I just need to keep them away from the pool. Wait, what, Jeb? Thorn? Why are you naked? Swimsuit malfunction from losing your suit. Shield your eyes. My swimsuit's got to be down here somewhere. Oh, I've never seen that before. Put that back on. Put that bad boy back on. Jeb didn't even notice. In front of Kiara too. That's like his cousin. Awkward. I think that once Jeb walks away, which he's decided to go have a nap, once he walks away, I think he's going to be like, oh my God, you will not believe what we did yesterday. And he's going to tell Kiara the whole thing and not realize that, it's like, I can tell Kiara. It's Kiara. It's fine. Ash is hearing this and he's like, seriously, dude, can't you keep a secret? The conspiracy theorists around here believe the military is behind some kind of cover-up. Boom! Obviously, I want Kiara to know, because I know that we're going to need 4 Sims. And we have more vines in the sink. How cute are these guys? Marigold's like, you can do it. She's probably thinking if Ash wanted to be an astronaut, he needs to work on his physical fitness more. And maybe she's like particularly excited that at the prospect that he might actually follow in her footsteps, literally, as in the exact same career. I wasn't thinking same career, and I think he'd probably feel a little bit bad about misleading her, but he's not going to say, oh, I need to impress a military person so that they give me, what are we after again? The scanner, that's right. Give me an infection scanner so I can figure out what's going on with all these spore clusters that I accidentally released. That's definitely not a thing he's going to mention. So I love how he has to stop and text. So he is pushing the limits. I'm hoping he does not injure himself. You just cracked fitness level 5. I wonder what level you actually need. Oh, Thorn's asking for advice. I assume from Jeb, because he's not in the room. I really want to be friends with someone, but they don't seem to really want to be friends with me. Oh my God, what is this about his siblings? No, probably not. I had that moment and I was like, no, because they spent like half the weekend with him. Although Ash did just tell him off for blabbing to Kiara. So maybe if he's asking Jeb would say just keep being friendly. I feel like Marigold would say you can't force friendship. I didn't tell him to do this. He came back and decided to work out more on his own. You know how I constantly go on about this needs glitch killing Sims while they sleep? Jeb just got out of bed and then died. I was watching him. He got out of bed and then just disappeared. It's supposed to take 3 days for a Sim to die of starvation. And he ate yesterday. So I'm going to cheat him back alive. She's feeling very, very sad. Sim commands maintain revive. And then Sim commands. So if I summon him and then I'll cheat him back in. Because I'm going to refrain from swearing. But that is rubbish. If he died legitimately, then sure. I'm also going to cheat off these. So what I'm going to do now is reload the lot. And hopefully Jeb will be accessible again. Alright, I'm back. Jeb has actually got no moodlets as far as I can see from his death experience. He is losing control because I've been ignoring his wants. He wants to mourn the dead, which we can't do without going to a graveyard, and he wants to do something romantic. I mean, he just got home from the hospital or whatever, choked on a chicken bone, whatever the explanation is that we're going to come up with. So, you know, I mean, she didn't seem to mind. Does that count? Excellent. Jeb, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know what his hunger was. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't check. Maybe I did check. Maybe it just glitched the heck out. I'm trying to have him cook a little bit healthier because his death notwithstanding, I know I'm overfeeding my Sims. There's actually a calorie intake mechanic associated with the Sims. So if you have your Sims eat a lot of bad foods, like apparently lobster thermidor is off the charts bad. If you have your Sims eat a lot of bad foods and then not do any exercise, that's what makes them put on weight, which is cool. I like that. And normally I wouldn't care, except Luna needs, like I said in the last part, Luna needs to maximize their body potential. Oh, I was supposed to take him to the Starlight Accolades. I forgot, I got distracted, and also he died and then came back to life. So he would have missed it anyway. I don't know if she's going to get here today. This could be the pop-up that makes or breaks it happening in this part. An intergalactic pop star is passing through on her way to a big concert out near the Medromeda galaxy. As her entourage passes through, she demands patrol officers serve as extra security. Should Marigold assign a few deputies to protect the star, or should she turn her down? I feel like the responsible thing to do is actually to assign the officers. Not because this celebrity deserves it necessarily, but because the reactions of fans can sometimes be a little extreme. So it's recognizing an issue as opposed to catering to their ego. So we're going to say assign some officers. Ha! The crowds are so unruly and uncontrollable that the singer's private security never could have handled it on their own. I was right. Marigold's deputies help preserve order, and as a thank you, the singer makes a generous donation to the department. Wait, I got $400? I pocketed the donation? Are you serious? She's less ethical than I thought. Or maybe her employer decided to pay her a bonus for good decision making. I don't know. So I don't think she's going to get promoted in this part, which is super disappointing. Unless we get a massive bonus right at the end. But I feel like we already got that performance bonus. Now, I've just invited over Zion because I thought I'd do this now. Convince, impress. So let's see if level 5.5 fitness is impressive enough. The guy's probably trying to, like, recruit. Thinks he's trying to recruit Ash. Maybe he's like a military recruiter or something. She did not get promoted. That's super disappointing, but I kind of feel like I need to wrap this part up. So I'm going to see how this is going. Marigold's like, that's weird. Why is my son doing pushovers, oh my god. Push-ups for this stranger who may or may not be related to the guy who we adopted the puppy from. He's certainly got that same eye makeup on. You've got to be joking. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am super strong. I'm going to do it again. No, I'm really impressive. Valery's like, hey, you got those muscles? I keep thinking if we get to level 6, maybe that'll be enough. Let's do it one more time. Fourth time today. 5th time lucky altogether. Yeah, fitness level 6. Maybe that'll be enough. Who knows? Apparently not. I'm actually going to wrap this part up here. I feel like we've been a little bit all over the place. Obviously, we got to the next level of the aspiration with Ash, which is great. Jeb is very bored because he died and then came back to life, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. So next part will definitely be our last Yellow Gen part. I've recorded, we started recording on Saturday, so it's been 2.5 days in game, and I'm conscious that I have to edit this video down to a reasonable runtime, so I'm gonna go. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe, you know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.